Hey there, everybody. This is Steve from Mackdaddy Model Hobby. How are we all doing today? This is my What Did I Buy Wednesday. I got a couple things to go and show you here. Um, been kind of busy on the bench. I actually got I think two just about completely finished. So uh, the Ford F-250. I'm gonna leave that on the back burner for a little bit. I'm going to start on a couple new projects, hopefully within the next couple days. So I'd like to have two or maybe even three going at the same time. So that's the plan. Anyway, let's talk about what I bought on Wednesday. First of all, I want to give a shout out to. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This is hosted by Joe from Big Sky Model Works. This What Did I Buy Wednesday? So this the shout out I have is also for Joe. He had a giveaway for his 200th video and his 1,100 subscribers. And guess what? Mackdaddy won. I have been in this community for, I'm going to say, I don't know, 4 months maybe that I've been involved here, maybe a little longer. But since then, I've won two models, and this is the second one from Joe. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it very much. It's so awesome that my stack has grown thanks to you guys. It's nice to turn around and go to my stash and pick a model that I'm going to start on. So thanks, Joe, again. Congratulations on your milestones. Hopefully someday I can catch you. Anyway, so that's that. So Joe, thank you. Joe's also the host for this What Did I Buy Wednesday. So it's got a couple little things I'm gonna show you. Why don't I? Well, no, let's not bother turning the camera around. There's only a couple things, so we'll go with that. How's that? Okay. Well, the first thing I picked up was I was in the dollar store the other day, and I don't know how everybody else does it, but sorry. But when I mix paint for my air gun, and I had some left over, I have to get more of these size too, but I always leave the leftover that I dump out if I don't use it all in my gun because I tend to mix more than I need. But I always save it for a while, at least in one of these little containers. So I was in the dollar store the other day, and I found these. These are little glass containers. They're a little smaller, which will probably work better, and they may even seal a little bit better. So that's what I'm going to use these for. I just bought one pack for now, see how they work out, but I'll probably buy a couple more. It works for me. So that's one thing I bought. Also, I was watching. I watch him a little bit too. Is Barbados Rex, and he, I would say maybe a week ago or so, he had this on his channel that he bought, and it's a little mini printer, and so it was like $18, I think. So I picked it up, and it works great. It works off your phone. It's small, compact, and it does a pretty nice job. Let me see if I can just give you some examples on my drawers, and that I have labeled most of them. So, and it works pretty good. You know, it's just handy little label to have. So, thanks Barbados Rex for that. It works great. I love it. I have to share it with the wife, but that's okay. So, okay, another thing that I wanted to bring up, I just remembered. Shoot. Oh, I know. I can't remember the channel I watched. And I watched so many, they just all mixed together. But he had shown how he makes these clips. I do the same thing. I buy these alligator clips and I put them on either a skewer or a sprue, and they work quite nice. I used to, when I first started doing this, I had a little piece of styrofoam from a package that I cut and made a square, and I was sticking them in that. But then again, I saw somebody, and I'm not sure who it was, mention um, how he does it, and I thought, well, I'll give that a try. So what it is, it's a piece of this. This is from a. You can buy it. I bought this one, I think, at Walmart. It was twice as big as this. I cut it in half, so I have a couple of them. But it's a floral arrangement, like styrofoam. It's a foam, but it's harder than the styrofoam that I was using. I mean, anything just sticks right in, and it's, like with the styrofoam, it was hard to stick in sometimes, and it holds in. But you can just go anywhere here and it works very nice. I use it all the time, and like I said, it was cheap. It might have been a couple bucks. I don't know. But like I said, it was bigger, so I cut it in half. So I have two smaller ones, but it's very cheap. I bought it at Walmart. You can buy it at Michael's. Uh, if you just look in, I guess the dollar store has them too. So look in the floral area of a uh, uh, craft store or whatever. But like I said, I bought this one at Walmart, and they have like a craft aisle for floral flowers, plastic flowers, fake flowers, whatever. But this stuff works really good. I told her, I said I would mention it, and it works for me. I think if you try it, you'd probably like it. Probably, maybe most of you already use it. I don't know. But anyway, I just like to throw that out there. So yeah, that's about it. I got a couple things coming that I've ordered. So they should be in today or tomorrow. So I'll save them for next week. You know, it's not what I bought Wednesday. It bought it for Wednesday. So anyway, that's the deal. And I will show the stuff that I've got coming next week. And then Sunday, I'll show you what I'm working on, my new builds, a couple new builds that I've got. So it's cool. It feels good to get a couple done. I'm still learning. I think one of the things I find that I've been doing is I think I rush, not meaning to, but I start building and working on a model, and I start getting the pieces in, and I don't want to stop. And I find that now I'm learning that I need to. So that's why it's good to have, for me, two or three models going, because I can glue something and then let it set. That's my problem. I don't let it set long enough. Like I put windows in the other day and I kept working on it, and I ended up knocking the windows out, or they weren't in there good enough. They weren't The glue hadn't set. So I'm learning that, which is a good thing. So now I work on it, I set it aside, and I'll work on it again the next day, or I'll work on another section of that. Like I said, I'm new at this, so this is probably stuff you've all heard before. This is probably what you do, but this is how I learn. I learn from you guys watching your videos, and then I learn from mistakes that I make. Like my paint jobs, the first couple here haven't come out perfect, but I'm pretty happy because I'm learning something, a mistake that I made that I'm not going to do next time. Like, I don't know. I can talk about this more Sunday. This is just, a short video for what did you buy on Wednesday. So with that said, thank you all. Please like, subscribe. Um, and if you have any cards or stickers that you're willing to send in, like I said, it can be anything. I've got my garage diorama. I'm trying to fill the walls with stickers. So once I get more of those, I'll have that in the background and I'll show that here and there. So, send them my way. A lot of times I request I've done this a few times. I request a shop card and stickers from someone, send them an email, and I forget to put in my address. I've done that a couple times. I just did it recently too. So I don't know what happens. My mind just goes, and I forget it. So I do have my address in my description on my channel. So, if you want to send me a card, my address is always in there. So feel free, and I have cards made up, and if I run out, I'm going to get more. So I will send them back to you, and it's just pretty cool. So keep it up. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. This community is the best. I am. It's just like I said, I've made friends, and it's really cool. So thanks, guys. So till next time, see ya.